It's a wet morning in the Federal Capital Territory today, alongside some. Do I use the word in the church setting? We would call it dedication, but in government setting, we call it commissioning of a project which has made moving around the federal capital this morning a whole lot of a Herculean task. So by this, I would want to say a very good morning to you viewers. I would want to welcome you today to ACNN, and this is your morning show today on ACNN, where we are challenging perspective just to bring you trending updates on Anglicanism, the latest of sport, and the stories shaping our world. All of these anchored on integrity, guided by truth, and viewed through the lens of faith. I'm Godwin Ujiri, your anchor for today, but I'm definitely not alone this morning in the studio. I am with my very co-anchor.
Somto Chukwulokis, it's beautiful to have you this morning.
Good morning, Somto. It's really beautiful to have you this morning, and the most is more capturing just to know that it is the Thursday sports segment or sport edition on today on ACNN. I want to believe you are ready with some of those updates on sports for our viewers this morning.
Hopefully, yes, I am.
All right, viewers, there you have it. There with my very co-anchor Somto Chukwu Okizo, and we have joining us virtually all the way from Delta State, Comrade Abraham Soko. He is a popular voice and a face of the show. Comrade, good morning and welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Godwin. Good morning, Mr. Tonto. I'm happy to be here this morning.
All right.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. It's always a delight having you join us on the show. Comrade Abraham Soko is a political and sports analyst, and we also have joining us far all the way also from Delta State, Dr. Israel Kudai, who is a Nigerian professional football referee and also an analyst on the show this morning. Dr. Israel, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Godwin. I'm happy to be back here again to share my thoughts. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Doctor. It's always a delight having you. And you and Comrade Soko to do justice to all that we have for you this morning. Viewers, we want to urge you to remember that you can be part of this show by calling in the number showing on your screen and by sending your comment via various social media platforms. But first, we'll take a look at some select newspaper headlines that came in this morning. And my co-anchor would do justice to that.
Thank you, Godwin. Let's begin with the Daily Global that we have this morning with us. And the major story we have on the Daily Global that has been on the lips of everyone is the issue of the statement made by the presidential candidate of the NDC in an interview that he had sometime this week, and he said, "I might not be alive to contest the 2027 election." Now, this is a statement from His Excellency Peter Obi, and he went further in that interview to give reasons why he made such statements, that the government is doing everything in their power to frustrate his effort, and also a lot of people are trying to de-associate themselves from him. People give him invitations, but then appeal to him not to be present because of the government. A lot is just his businesses. A lot is being frustrated, and he now went further to clarify that his life is also at stake, and if care is not taken, he might not be alive to contest the 2027 election. And also, we have a story that says African Union appoints Nigeria Humanitarian Affairs Minister Doro of AFHA governing board. And lastly, what we'll take on the Daily Global is a statement, I believe, from the defense minister. Says, shoot terrorists first. Don't wait for others. Defense Minister tells truth. Oh wow, this is a very great news. It's I'm happy. Shoot terrorists first. Don't wait for others to engage, because most times you see the military guys saying that they were waiting for order, they're calling back, radioing back the base to say, oh, we're under attack, should we shoot? And then because they don't have a response, they can't retaliate. But now the defense minister is saying, shoot, don't wait for any order to shoot. And now moving on to the Guardian newspaper this morning, below the masthead rather, I have a story on page 3 that says reps in rowdy sections over Tinubu's summon and budget implementation delay. And also, we have a story on page 4. The state policing says Lagos Assembly rallies states on speedy approval and northern governors meet. Still on the Guardian newspaper, we have a story on page 6 that says legal distractions, intimidations weaken opposition 2027 context contest. And lastly, what we have to take on the Guardian newspaper is a story that is on page 2 that says Senate seeks 15-year jail term, asset forfeiture for fake drug dealers. Okay. Thank you. That is all I have to take this morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Som, today. And moving on very quickly, I would be looking at the front page of the Punch newspaper. And the Punch is leading this morning with this catchy headlines. It says 2027 elections, 6 legal hurdles before INEC. The story can be seen on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And then just by the side of the Punch masthead there, we have rising price threatens Nigerian poverty reduction gain. And this is coming from IMF and can be seen on page 22 of the Punch newspaper. And then lastly on the Punch, we have on page 12, constituency project, alleged funding suspension throws reps into rowdy section. And this story can be seen on page 12 of the Punch newspaper. All right, viewers, there you have it from the Guardian, the Punch, and the other paper we read out to you this morning. So you do well to get yourself a copy of this newspaper and follow through with all the development. And moving on very quickly, we would be considering some of the issues that have been raised on the front page of the paper in our discussion segment. And then we have one that is very pressing, I must say. Somto regarded it as a trying time for us in Nigeria, but at the same time, he was cheered up with the good news as regards to insecurity, where the Minister of Defense have given a marching order to the soldiers or to the military to say, do not wait for orders. When you see bandits, engage them fiercely before any other thing would be done. So for us, these are cheering news. These are indeed cheering news and good time for our military in Nigeria. And then looking at another issue that was also on the front page of the newspaper was that of the now presidential candidate of, or the party flag bearer, I must say, of the NDC in person of Mr. Peter Obi there, who contested under the Labour Party in the 2023 election and then defected to the ADC and now is presently with the NDC. He has come out to issue a very stern statement as regards his position to the situation of things going or moving on to election year. He said that his life is being threatened. But I will take a short breather and take a video of that. While we return, we'll dive into the conversation. Please stay tuned.
let's say there's a possibility you will not be a candidate based on how
Not even a candidate. I might not even be alive. I'm telling you. Every single thing I do for a living, this government is frustrating it. Deliberately so. Everything. So there's even possibility if they have opportunity, I will not be alive.
Oh wow, that's a big
It's an accusation. I know I get frustration every day because you do things that you think they will be normal. It is not normal any longer. They won't come directly and say, "Oh, we're doing this," but you could see their hand in virtually everything.
So the government is attacking you personally.
They're attacking everybody who is in opposition personally.
Right.
I am being attacked personally. Everything, even to provide me with necessary things that I should have been entitled to. Not at all. I had a case recently at the airport where people who work in the airport came and locked my car. And I said, "It's me." The person on the side said, "He doesn't care." But I said, "Look at the cars of other people." And you could see them talking to each other, as if, who is this one? We have divided the country, breeding hatred among us. That's why I keep saying, I want to bring back unity where there's division. I want to show love, compassion, care. He's gone out of here. I said, I'm looking at somebody. He locked my car in front of me and saying, "You're not supposed to park here." But there's cars here. So what is the exception to my own? Should the NNC people I know at the airport, they will not greet me. Because they are afraid that if they greet me,
they become targets of the government.
Thank you. And now people send me invitation and say, "My son, my daughter is wedding. But please don't."
All right, welcome back, viewers. There you have it. There you have it. And in his last statement there, he said, "But please don't come, because when you come, they would come after me." This is a statement that can be attributed to no other but the person of Peter Obide in an interview he had with Chud there. And these have sparked a whole lot of reaction, a whole lot of backlash, a whole lot of trends online, and Nigerians are asking, how have we gotten to this point? But that is why we are here in the studio, to make sense of the whole issue. All right, Komisoko, I would be starting this with you this morning. You just heard it from Peter Obide in, say, in an interview. Now, the question I have for you is this: is any Nigerian more Nigerian than the other? Because you just saw what he said, and I begin to wonder how we cascaded into this point as regards to upholding the fundamental rights of an individual, especially even one of a renowned status who is coming out to campaign for election at this time. Komisoko.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. First off, I would want to say that the statements emanating from the person of Mr. Peter Obi should be taken with a pinch of salt, because he made some really weighty allegations. He made comments about threat to life, that if it's within the powers of the federal government, that it won't be alive for the 2027 election. And the reason why I said it should be taken with a pinch of salt is because there's no credible intelligence at this point that it's like a southern threat. There have not be any intelligence to that effect. And the direct threats that he have brought in the past, I think the one in Edo State, which was also linked to an internal crisis in the then ADC. The person that sent that threat was promptly arrested. So for him to come out to make statements at this point in time without giving any factual proof, I think it should be taken with a pinch of salt. The example he gave about going to the airport and probably him being victimized, I think that is almost a general. It does not correlate. That does not correlate with threat to life. Yes, it can be very frustrating. I've been in a situation where I'll be driving. The vehicles in front of me will not be stopped by the police. I will be stopped by the police. Yes, it can be very frustrating. But I will not ask that, oh, why did that person not stop? I will comply. I will proceed to go. So I think we should be careful when making these statements. He also made mention of the fact that I watched the entire interview. He made mention of the fact that he is going to bring unity. He's going to unite the country. Yes, he made mention of that. But I would want to say at this point that this individual, Peter Obi, he has no record of trying to unite anything. We also saw the antecedents of his party, Labour Party, fell apart. We saw the antecedents of his antecedents in ADC. He could not stick. It fell apart, and now he has moved to NDC. And if you listen to his statements, his comments on social media, especially on X, you see that when things happen in other geographical regions in the country, when bad things happen, he's very quick to point it out. He's very quick to criticize. But you can fact check me on this. When it comes to his geographical region, the southeast, it suddenly goes loose. So this is not somebody, in my personal opinion, that I feel has the would I say common sense to really unite the country as it is it. So I'll stop here for now. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Sometime you come to Comrade. I will give you the both time to discuss on this. Dr. Israel, you just heard what Comrade Soko said, that the statements that is alluded to Peter Obi should be taken with a pinch of salt. To bring you in, I just want to ask, do you share this sentiment, or would what he said carries the weight that most Nigerians are feeling because election is coming?
Thank you, Mr. Godwin. I share a different opinion from Comrade Soko. I have only one question to ask Comrade Soko. As a politician and as a report analyst, how can you convince the old woman at the village to vote for Ahmed Tinubu? How can you convince the old woman in the village to vote for the president of the country? Back to the question. See, politics has its own dynamics. I believe the man is crying out from a perspective where he's pained. So let us not see it as what he's saying is not right. He's trying to tell us what he's facing, his challenges. Let us not just say it does not hold water, because you have a different notion about P2B. I am from here, I'm an APC member. I cannot leave APC for anything. But the man's thought is trying to tell you that it's not safe. We cannot do anything because the place is not conducive for him. He's trying to tell us so that to drag the attention of people in order to make people know, to make the government do the right thing. How can he have a business in Nigeria and everything is being frustrated, and you want him to keep quiet? Please, Nigeria is for everybody. We should have liberty to life, to right for business, right for everything. Don't shut anybody's right because he's contesting. Okay, if he was not contesting before, will all those things be happening to him? The answer is no. Let me stop for now. I want him to answer, Comrade Soko, to answer my question. If he can, how do you convince the old woman in the village in this particular situation, or the economy as we are seeing it, to vote for Ahmed Tinubu? Just if you can give me the answer, maybe I'll throw that line to convince others.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Israel. Somto, you have a question for Soko. I need him to combine all.
Did Dr. Israel say he's an APC member?
Yes, he is an APC member, and Comrade Soko happens to also be an APC
member.
chieftain.
But I'm surprised that the both of them have two different perspectives of how politics should be. Dr. Israel, I want to say thank you for that response to the threat of to the statements made by P2B. It's evident that at some point we need to get to that point where we need to begin playing politics from the side of humanity, not just because he's an opposition. And I appreciate that because it is what Dr. Israel just did. Coming to you, Comrade Soko, and as Dr. Israel has rightly said, how I feel it will not be right to downplay the words of a man that says his life is under threat. It's for somebody of such caliber to come out and say, "Oh, my life is under threat." I don't think it was just a mere statement to get the sympathy of people. And this is actually the first time you say we should fact check you. Fact check this also, because this is also the first time he's also coming out to say, "Oh, my life is under threat." Evidently, this is what, and so a man that happens to own a lot of businesses, goes about giving from what he earns, is now saying, "Oh, my businesses is now being frustrated. Things are not going well." Why? What makes you think that such statements should be taken with a pinch of salt? Because our lives as Nigerians every day is also under threat. You can't safely travel from a particular location to. So if I should come out and say my life is under threat as in Nigeria because I can't travel in people, will you also say that such statements should be taken with a pinch of salt because there is no evidence to rightly prove that my life is under threat? What other evidence do you need for a man to come to the conclusion that his life is under threat until you see a gun on his head or until you see that he's been kidnapped? What exactly is your yardstick to know when the life of someone is under threat and when businesses are no longer moving fine? Over to you, comrade.
All right, Comrade Soko, please, you have 30 seconds to make a response to this.
You made a very nice comment, a very nice comment, and you said you try to compare the person of Mr. Peter Obi to the average Nigeria, and I put it to you that Mr. Peter Obi is not average Nigeria; it's an elite. If you look at that interview, he made a statement of the fact that his friends, when his friends invite him for occasions, they tell him not to come. That's so true that he's an elite. He's up there with the cream de la cream of society. So for you to come and say the average person cannot travel, so therefore what's the yardstick for saying that Mr. Peter Obi can travel? No, that is not correct. Personally, I don't have DSS security attached to me, but Mr. Peter Obi has DSS. He has policemen attached to his person. When he moves, yes, in a shorter convoy, but it moves in convoys. So I think when he makes his statements, I'm not saying that we should not believe him. I said it should be taken with a pinch of salt because, as I said, he's an elite. And when there is a threat to an elite, the intelligence community, we have the NSA, we have the Department of State Security, we have the top brass of security personnel usually coming in immediately. I made a reference to the situation in Edo State where the perpetrator was arrested immediately. So I don't want to miss words here. I would say that what he is doing is just trying to garner the sympathies of Nigeria.
All right.
That has been his modus operandi. Thank you very much.
Comrade Soko, just personally, I feel as a politician that you are, in as much as you want to play politics, I strongly believe we should not play it at the detriment of humanity. I strongly believe that should be the yardsticks for politics to be played. It should not be played as against humanity. Thank you.
All right, comrade, there are a whole lot of burning issues that will still bring you in to have your comments. And right about now, we would be going across the shores of Nigeria, where there have been a fierce battle, a fierce face-off, I must say, between Nigerians who are still yet to come back home at the home or in South Africa, I beg your pardon. Some of our brothers and sisters are still yet to be carried back home, to be brought back home to their home country or Nigeria. Okay, I think we'll have a caller. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Today on ACNN.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead with your contribution.
Yes. Thank you all for the good job you are doing. This is my best channel. So I want to ask you, Mr. Comrade Suku, a question. Is this Comrade? Good morning, sir, to you. I can see the reason why you are sounding the way you are sounding because of your ABC man. No wonder. Because if you are sounding this manner, we are not able people. How do you feel up to sound? A man is coming out and telling you that himself is being threatened. You say you should be careful the type of comment he's making. My brother, fear God. You can see that time he came to Edo State, the governor of Edo State, coming out and telling him the open clear that people should not come Edo State without telling him. If he come Edo State, anything he see, he should take it like that. Many people have been threatening the man. The APC people have been threatening the man. You are coming out and telling us people should be careful the type of comments he's making. My brother, this country is beyond all of us. It's not for only one person. So if you come out and making comments, do a comment that will favor everybody, not only your party that will favor. Huh? P2B is not a type. It's not in politics. For him to come out and telling you his type is in threat, my brother, all of us we should take it serious. Huh?
All right.
So
thank you so much, Mr. Felix, calling us all the way from Gabon. How is Gabon this morning? We believe it is fine. All right. Like I earlier introduced, a whole lot is happening in the land of the Zulus, where many Nigerians will call the xenophobic land presently. And then it has been a fierce battle. It has been a fierce face-off between Nigeria and South Africa. We'll take a short break, bring you some of the highlights and then dive into that conversation.
Yes, this is where the Nigerians gathered, waiting for the South Africans to cross the line. Let the show begin. And here is the South Africans. The other day over there across the line. And the police is in the middle of them. Waiting for them to watch them. Trying to wait for them to come along so that the show will begin. This is what are passing through in South Africa. Look at them. The police are there. In the middle of the show. Yeah, so Nigerians are this side. You can see the guys with knives and guns waiting for them to show themselves. And here are the South Africans. Here are some of them there. They are there. And the cops are standing in front of the line, trying to return to the show. They are there. It's where it's happening. It's happening. It's a live show. It's happening here in South Africa. Yes. It is where it's happening. It's happening. These are the Niger boys. These are the Niger niggas. Waiting for them. Okay, you hear the gunshots? The Nigerians are showing themselves. Tell them to show themselves. Nigerians are showing themselves.
Saliu Shumale, I represent the great people of Edo North in Edo State. I rise to move that following comments by a South African minister to the effect that compensation will not be paid to those Nigerians whose properties were looted, shot, burnt, and even life taken. But the government of Nigeria reciprocate by appropriating the profit accruing from South African shares in all South African companies in Nigeria, including their banks, IBCT, that the money be seized and used to pay Nigerians. Taking into account that this decision to give Nigerians June 30th as deadline was taken by a mob and respected by the government of South Africa. So we can't allow our people to come, we take taxpayers' money to pay compensation when South African investment and profit is being taken away. I urge that the profit be appropriated and use it to settle those who have been brutally destroyed, business burnt, life lost.
Thank you.
It does not require any further investigation because the facts are self-evident.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back, viewers. There you have it there, a video clip from the Hallowed Chamber of the Senate showing Comrade Adams Oshomolo there saying a whole lot as regards the issue or the brawling fights between Nigeria and their South African counterpart. And also the first video you watched was the fierce face-off where the battle line was indeed drawn between our Nigerian brothers, and I believe not just Nigerians, but it will just be
angry
a whole lot of Africans who have been across that line. But the baffling thing here is that the heart to do this is coming more or less from the Nigerian side, because I've had the campaigner of this Go Back to Your Country coming out to say it is Nigerians that are giving other Africans the heart to challenge them even
you know,
in their own country.
while we watched this video, I laughed because I was like, Nigeria, our gods are too much.
Okay.
Imagine staying in another man's land and telling him that you have drawn the line, cross, let the battle begin. And I can just imagine Nigerians or Ghanaians in Nigerians telling us Nigerians to cross the line, let the show begin. See, because we're on the show, I strongly believe that Nigeria will cross that line. They will tell you who, like in my country, you are telling me to cross the line. So now we still take our gods to another man's land and still tell them to cross the line, let the show begin. It's the gods for Nigerians. And to be honest, I feel this is where you have pushed them to the wall, and then they are not telling you, I know it is your land, but enough is enough. If you try it, cross this line first. Let me show you what I'm going to do to you. And from the video of the senator, in as much as I would want to share the same sentiment with him, I feel like if such is done, then there will be a payback action also to Nigerian businesses, Nigerian
banks.
Have
been already.
Yeah, it is now you're going to see that Nigerians that have invested in South Africa will also now get the bite of this. I feel we need to now, there should be a sit and a talk. You understand? There should be a lay down. Two parties will have to agree, because either way, if we want to go that route, we will both feel the bite. Imagine MTN shutting down their network. You won't be able
not
to
really shutting down, but rather nationalizing.
Yes, you understand. I feel we should not. We shouldn't go to that.
All right, so Somto, thank you so much. Komisoko, in say 1 minute, we just want to ask: at what point would Nigeria get tired of playing this big brother thing as regards to their South African counterparts, because they have dared them to this point, and so much is at stake? At what point should this big brother attitude, I'm using the word big brother in line with what Comrade Adams Oshomole said and what so many Nigerians are saying, that you don't pay back evil for evil.
Yeah.
But yet our brothers in South Africa do not share that same sentiment. To them, this is a battle line and it has been drawn. So your take on this?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Gordon. I think I also disagree with you when you mentioned nationalization of South African investments. I think that is going to extreme. And from what I have seen in most countries that this approach was taken, I think it has always come to bite back. But I would want to say that the tougher approach needs to be taken at this point. I think Mr. Sunto, somebody mentioned that policemen were just there standing, not even trying to quell the riots. And I think this is where we need to it's more diplomatic pressure, because the honest truth is that the South African government actually needs to do more. And it's really disheartening that during South Africa, they have a very, very tough, difficult history. They battled with apartheid regime and a lot of countries in the world. In fact, one of Fela's popular song, Peace of No Nation, was really strongly criticizing the apartheid regime at that point in time. They criticized the white ruler, Botha, who was the prime minister of South Africa at that time. And it is really disheartening to see that the South Africans, the present crop of South Africans, they are paying the whole Africa, particularly Nigerian, back with this kind of attitude. It is disheartening. I'll stop here for now. Thank you very, very much.
All right, thank you, Comrade Soko. And now to you, Dr. Israel Kudai. I just want to ask, you've heard what Somto said, you've heard what Comrade Soko also said. And now the question that I have for you would be that a whole lot of Nigerians are looking at to what is happening, no doubt. First is, do you share similar sentiments? Do you share similar sentiment with what our two, both the co-anchor and say Comrade Soko have on the show this morning?
I share almost similar but I think the proper resolution has not been there. It's not to pay them back with what they are doing for us. Where is the ambassadors, that is the representative of the two countries? What's the president's stake on the matter on this? There should be a peace talk between the two countries. You call the president for a meeting and the ambassadors to a meeting, and they come into terms with what is happening. We're just seeing it from another point. I don't know whether there's been a peace talk anyway, but that's the way the direction it should go. There should be a peace talk. What is happening? Because the South Africans are benefiting from Nigeria, and we, the Nigerians, are benefiting from South Africa. So whether they are paying us back in any direction, it's not for me. It's not my concern. My own is there should be a table where, or they should come to a round table where the presidents and the ambassadors should sit down and look for a way out of this problem. Because I feel, my friend in South Africa said the South Africans are lazy and they don't want to work. They cannot take that much pay. But Nigerians go there to work, or Malawis or the other countries go there to work. And so before they knew that, the all areas are were flooded up with Nigerians and foreigners. So the indigenous does not have a job. So all these things should be brought to a round table where they will discuss. Those with illegal passports should be sent back home. Those with proper clearance should be left reside in the country. Let me also tell you something. You will not see in South Africa an indigenous or a citizen of South Africa or of South Africa coming to Nigeria to work, two of us. But we are there. So to them, it is like they are being paid or they are angry. So it's something we would dialogue with them. It's not our country. We should not go there to come and fight. Now, please carry your bag and come to the house, please. It's not where you come to come and fight people in their country. It's dialogue. Please come to the round table and we discuss. That should be the best thing.
All right. Thank you so much. Somto, we are about moving to the sports segment, but in 30 seconds, you've heard what both guests have said. And I just want to ask you, would the action presently being carried out by Nigeria be justified, given the fact that the South Africans are not treating all foreigners the same way?
I believe there's a universal right. Everyone has a universal right, regardless of being a citizen. One of the universal rights that we all enjoy is the right to life, right to freedom of movement. You understand? So that right to life is universal. No one can deprive you of the right to be alive. And you've observed that South Africa oftentimes has always posed the threat to the lives of Nigerians, to their source of livelihood, and to other African countries that reside there. So I feel they got to that point where okay, it is enough. I have the right, in as much as I might not be your citizen, which I might not enjoy some privileges of being a citizen, but universal right, which is agreed by all, is that I have the right to life. If not for anything, I have the right to life. So probably they have gotten to that point where okay, we are not going to take this. So it is in a way justifying, because you won't watch and fold your hand and see someone come to kill you. You won't fold and see yourself being thrown away. So this is where the South African government is to come and put their home back in order. Because I will not even be happy as a Nigerian seeing we attacking a fellow human being, regardless of their nationality. I don't know if you.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's the point.
Thank you so much, Som, today, and also a very big thank you to Comrade Abraham Soko and Dr. Israel Okuda. But just for the record, 2 Nigerians have been recorded to be unalived thus far, and I believe this is just the record we have. All right, there you have it, viewers, on our topical issue on the show this morning. We'll take a very short breather. And when we come back, we will launch into the world of sports. I tell you, so much have happened, so much is yet to happen. But I will keep that. It's a hot seat when we come back. Please don't go away, because we'll be bringing you all that has transpired thus far in the world of sports. So please stay tuned. Welcome back, viewers. It's that time of the show that all of us in the studio and both our virtual guests backs in this euphoria of excitement. You are still watching today on ACNN, and this is a sports segment where we bring you all the hottest, the latest updates from the world of sports. The 2026 FIFA World Cup has entered its most exciting phase as a round of 16 delivers everything football fans could ask of. Stunning upsets, late dramas, penalty shootout heartbreak, unforgettable moments, and leaves just 8 nations in the race for football's biggest prize. France booked their place in the quarterfinal with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Paraguay, while Morocco continued what we call the fairy tale campaign after an emphatic 3-0 triumph over Canada. Norway produced one of the tournament's biggest upsets, defeating Brazil 2-1 thanks to a late brace from Erling Haaland. England also survived a stain test, edging Mexico 3-2 in an entertaining 5-goal thriller. Spain maintained their impressive defensive record with a narrow 1-0 win over Iberian rivals, the Portugals, while Belgium showed their attacking quality by dispatching the United States 4-1. The defending champion, the big one, Argentina, were pushed. When I use the word push, I mean pushed to their limits before overcoming Egypt in a 3-2 in another pulsating contest. The final ticket will be decided, which was decided on penalties, was held between Switzerland and Colombia. after a goalless draw. Now the stage is set for 4 blockbuster clashes, having France versus Morocco, Spain versus Belgium, Norway versus England, Argentina versus the Switzerland. Every kicks now matter. Every mistake could end a nation's dream, while one moment of brilliance could write football history, with Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, and England star Austin chasing the glory. The battle for the World Cup and the Golden Boot is reaching what would tag the fever pitch. The quarterfinals promises to come with passion, pressure, and unforgettable football moments there, as only 4 teams will survive to reach the semi-final. The countdown is on. The dream is alive. The road to lifting the FIFA World Cup trophy has never been more intense. Good morning once more, and welcome to ACNNTV Sports segment on our show today on ACNN. And I will be kickstarting with the select newspaper, the Punch Sport Extra that came in this morning. And with me is a trending story, trending catchy headlines, many of which I have read out to you. But leading there, we have France versus Morocco, and this match will be happening in the Boston Stadium by 9 a.m. And then you have 2 of, I call them the big players. And then we have last man standing, Atlas Lion shoulder African hopes in the quarterfinal clash, and all Argentines refs tell controversy. And then we have stories that has to do with, okay, Messi can't carry Argentina alone, and this is on page 7 on the Punch Sport Extra, and this is coming from no other but Ibrahimovic there. And then still on page 7 we have Ronaldo not to blame for Portugal failure. I really hope something we share this same sentiment with
The World Cup has ended
with,
now.
with the
I don't know
writer
what
here.
they are still doing.
When we get to that segment, I would want to hear you, because to you, you say the World Cup have ended. And lastly on this, we have Arsenal set 150 million euros Saliba prize. And just permit me to take this. The Devils agree 50 million deal for Santos. All right, this is a match we would be taking on the front page of the Punch Sport Extra this morning. And now, Comrade Soko, we want to look at some of the catchy moments in this World Cup, the round of 16 that have now led us into the quarterfinal stage. Now, tell me, what would be your review of these matches? Which of these matches caught your attention the more? For me, I would say it is a match between the Argentines. For many, they would say it will be that of the Portuguese. So what is your take for now?
Yeah, so I would say that of the Portuguese, for the sole reason that my personal growth was playing, which is the company of Cristiano Ronaldo. Unfortunately, he was not able to emerge a winner of that particular match, and Portugal has rapidly exited the tournament. So I think I heard something say that the World Cup has ended, and I think I shared almost similar view. You know, when it comes to this sports edition, me and Somso always agree it's open. And I don't have any questioning my humanity. So I would say that Portugal leading the tournament is actually a big deal, and it's actually a cutting down for Ronaldo. Marvelous. It is debatable if it's the goal or if it's not the goal. But one thing that and all agree on is that he has achieved a remarkable career. A career that many others can really dream of. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Korisoko, our sports analyst. And now to you, Dr. Israel Kudai, a professional sports referee. I just want to ask you, football referee, I beg your pardon. I just want to ask you, what is your take so far? We've seen a whole lot of back and forth. The likes of Egypt are not comfortable with the officiating thus far, and a whole lot of comments. So as a professional referee yourself, what would be your take as regards the decisions all through the round of 16, and also in the course of the tournament so far? Would you rate your brothers who are have been given the license to officiate? Would you give them a pass mark thus far in the course of the tournament?
For the time pass, I have scored them 80. But for the referee that officiated the ones for Egypt against Argentina, I am going to score him 32 100.
Oh, bless you.
But the truth is, he disappointed me. I understood that the VRO is an assistant to him. When the incident occurred from his own end, there was a camera on his eye. They put camera on his earpod to see where the referee was. He was closer to the incident, and that Argentine player was going to for an attack, and he saw it, and it was not a foul on his own part, and he allowed play to continue. Up to when they scored a goal, now you are now recalling the same incident which you saw before you allowed play to continue. That was if, for example, in officiation, it is called a stopping promising attack (SPA). You call and stop the ball, and they play a free kick. Now the Egyptians have scored the goal, and now you return the ball for a foul. It looks very questionable. Some persons will think maybe he's did not see it. Who said he did not see it? So for me, for only that match alone, yeah, I scored him 32 over 100. But for the rest, all that opposition, they have been doing well, and I believe they will do well. In today's match, they have appointed another as a Argentine referee. It calls for questioning because we don't know who they will support. Whether they are supporting France to go home so that they will meet Morocco, or they will support Morocco so that France will go home. They can support France so that Morocco will go home. And I bet you they don't like Africans. So, like Komosoko said, the World Cup has ended because my support, the two people I'm supporting have gone home. Ronaldo has gone home. So, the World Cup is no longer interesting for me. But I believe that going forward, it might improve. Let us expect for more of this damage going forward.
Thank you so much, Dr. Israel. I will just stick to you lastly on this. Given the fact that Egypt has filed a complaint. We know what transpired in the likes of AFCON against Morocco and the Senegalese team, which is still sub judice because in that case it's still within the sport arbitration to give a final verdict, which to a large extent many are still waiting. If this is to be allowed, do you see, because this is a World Cup, do you see a change in the batting in favor of any country, or is just a let's go thing for these countries involved?
It will not be a let go last because filing a complaint to FIFA is like you are wasting your time. Because Gian Infantino came yesterday with a long note deceiving himself, because if there was no controversy in this match, why will he come out and come and be telling us the incidents? I watched it 12 times. Who is asking for that opinion? Credibility should be stated with fact. I know that there's something there are some issues in the match. So if you find anything against any other club, any other country, it will not hold water. Nothing will happen, because it's what they want is what will happen.
All right.
So I don't think nothing good will come outside of it. That's my own take about it. Anyway.
Thank you so much, comrade. Sorry, Dr. Israel Kudayede. Before we come to your prediction as regards to the quarterfinal,
I didn't give
match,
my.
I'm actually coming to you.
Come very
because,
fast.
To you feel that since your goods is no longer in the competition, the World Cup have ended. So, what is your assessment thus far? Do you think Portugal gave their best as regards to their play in the World Cup?
I watched the Portugal match. I did, and I would say that Portugal underplayed. If at all I was going to rate them from the beginning of their gameplay, from the group stage to the round of 32, I would say in this round of 16 that they played against Remind me the country they played against. Portugal.
Spain.
Yes, yes. That's their game against Spain. Portugal did not do well at all. Spain also did not play as good as, but Portugal played as though they had nothing to lose. The lapses, they were just giving so much chances. There was no pressure. There was no attack. I felt like they came to that game with the mindset of, let's just go home. We are tired. That was how I saw that Portugal's match, because I was watching. I was like, what really is going on? What is Portugal really doing? I also felt like the choice of players from the end of the coach wasn't good enough. There were some people he should have started that game with. The likes of Rafael Leo should have started that game as against Joe Felix. But probably they felt because Joe Felix plays with Ronaldo at Al Nassr, so he understands his gameplay better. That was why they brought him. But when you compare Rafaelio's game and Joe Felix's game in this World Cup, you will realize that Rafaelio has played far better than Joe Felix. He even feeds more to the penalty box area than Joe Felix will ever do. So I would say, yes, Portugal did not play well. And they went home, yes, I was pained, but I felt like they deserved it because they didn't play like people that were at stake. Yes, I was pained because the World Cup has ended. There is no more World Cup. What you people are doing now is not World Cup. You guys are just playing. And then if we want to talk about Egypt and Argentina game, it's obvious that it's Argentina is just. I feel Argentina is the fever is being favored by fever, because if you want to use VAR, then I think VAR should not be biased. If you feel VAR is the assistant, then you should apply it for every incident. If a player is to lay a complaint that, okay, I think you should go and check the VAR, go ahead. You could hear the Egyptian players saying during the interview that they particularly told the ref, check the VAR, check the VAR. And the ref did not say anything to them. But the moment the Argentine players say check the VAR, the ref goes ahead to check the VAR. What I was so pained against that goal that was disallowed. And the goal that also led to the victory of Argentina should also have been disallowed if it was properly checked with the VAR. You could see where the Argentina player pulled the shirt of an Egyptian player in the penalty box area and nothing was done about it. Salah also fell in the penalty box area. No free kick was given against it. It was purely a partial play. It wasn't just imagine. This was exactly similar to what happened at the other end. And also when the shirt of the Argentina player was pulled, Egyptian player was pulled in the 18 box. I feel the referee should either they should withdraw his license. He should not referee again.
Thank you so much. I've never seen Somto spoken with this passion when it comes to
I watched this match from the beginning to the end.
It is obvious that because Ronaldo is playing, he paid mass attention to it. All right, we are pressed for time, but we would want to take a prediction. And now, Comrade Abraham Soko, we have France against Morocco, Spain will be playing Belgium, Norway versus England, and Argentina versus Switzerland. Your prediction?
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Godwin. I actually tip Morocco to actually go all the way to the finals. But I'm going to change that prediction right now because for me, I think they are actually playing worse opponent that they could have played at this point in time.
Sure.
If they had played any of the other teams, I think they would have had a massive challenge. But they are playing France, which in my view, I think is the best team in this world.
Don't you see them coming? Don't you see them coming out with a surprise?
That's why I'm changing my prediction. I actually don't. I don't think Morocco can actually surprise. I think France is by far the best team in this tournament. Yeah. So it's just sad for Morocco. But you can never say never in football. Well, we have seen what's offset before. So it's actually possible. But personally, I give it just 2% chance of that happening. But Spain against Belgium, I think I agree totally with Mr. Zonto, like we normally do on this segment of the show. I think against Portugal, Spain, I think it was really, really personally, it was really boring. In as much as Portugal did not give their best, Spain did not give their best at all. I think it was an underwhelming game. But I actually see Spain actually picking up their game against Belgium. Probably there was this bit of caution and fear in the approach to that game against Portugal. So I think Spain is going to pick up and they are going to overcome Belgium. Norway, England. Norway has proven that they cannot be underrated, but I think England might just edge that particular game. Lastly, which is the last one?
Argentina, Switzerland.
Argentina, the FIFA team.
Right.
Due to the fact that they are the FIFA team, I think they are actually going to beat the Switzerland team. I just want to commend the Switzerland. I actually did not see them getting this far. Their first few games was really underwhelming. So kudos to them. They've been able to grind their way to the quarterfinal. So those are my predictions. Thank you very much. Mr.
Thank you so much. Dr. Israel Kudayo, your prediction. Given the fact given the fact that Spain have only narrowly gotten to this point, I must say, what do you think?
Spain will also narrowly escape and go to the next round. They will narrowly escape and go. So I give it up or give everything to Spain. For the first prediction, Morocco and France. Okay. If not for the fear I have for officiation, if it is proper officiated, Morocco will give a very good fight. But at the end of the day, the best team for the tournament, like Comrade Soko is saying, is France. And for TV rights, for people to come and continue to watch the World Cup, France will proceed to the next round. Then for the other ones, Argentina, I'm not interested in them because they are just, in fact, I don't like them. So anybody that I won't pray for Switzerland to beat them. But I know Argentina will also proceed. Therefore, Norway and
England.
The Vikings are very tough, very very tough. The Vikings they cannot be written off. Haaland and Odegaard and the rest can never be written off. Let us know. I don't know who will win. I give it up for I don't know. Let us leave a draw there because Vikings are very tough.
At this point,
England
there cannot be a draw. They can never be a draw.
See, let me tell you, let me tell you, England has a way. Let me tell you, Tuchel. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
Tuchel has a way of bringing a set of players that will come and play rubbish for us, for them in England. He will make a wrong selection, and Norway might win. So selection matters. I can be saying England will win, and maybe Tuchel will just bring 2 or 3 players that are not even playing very well, and they will lose. The way Portugal did their selection, that was very very poor. So that match, I don't see England even doing anything. Norway might win the match.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Israel Kudayo there. And now
my prediction, you would have to help me call them.
France and Morocco.
Okay, France and Morocco. In as much as we want Morocco to proceed, but I feel if Morocco gets to the final, they won't stand a chance against these guys if they proceed. So I would say France, definitely. No one is coming very close to France. Okay. France is winning.
Spain and Belgium.
Spain, Belgium. Spain did something that I don't like, so Belgium will win.
All right. And Norway, England.
Norway, England. I feel Norway just has the ability to give Haaland the ball to always put it in the net. While England has more promising players. So I would want to give it to England.
But it has been more or less a struggle also for England. So do you think as compared to Norway?
I would still want to stick with England as against Norway.
Argentina, Switzerland.
Argentina, Switzerland.
Why is that?
Switzerland. Either the game gets to extra time, and then penalty, and then Argentina will lose, and it will be a very landslide for Switzerland to proceed.
All right, viewers, there you have it there from my co-anchor, Somtochukwu Kizu there, and also for my virtual guest, the person of Comrade Abraham Soko, and also Dr. Israel Okudaye. I want to say a very big thank you to the both of you for standing in and coming live on the show and making apt contribution from when we took the newspaper segment to the point where we launch into the world of football, especially on the issue that is touching to the World Cup. Thank you so much for your time. And also to you, Somto, I want to say a very big thank you for standing in and staying strong with me from the start to the finish. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. And to our viewers, thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for calling, sending in your comments, and making your contribution. We want to say a very big thank you. And remember, you can get more of our programs via various social media platforms and also by staying tuned to this station. So we'll come your way again with other interesting topics, same time, same station tomorrow. You have yourself a great day ahead. But I'm not just leaving you. I would want to leave you with the weather forecast brought to you from ACNN here and also the Bible reading in Pidgin English. So please do stay tuned and enjoy while we wrap up the show from this end. I am Gordon Ujiri, your anchor, and bye for now.
Good day and welcome to ACNN Global Weather Forecast, your trusted source for worldwide weather updates. I'm your presenter with the forecast for Thursday, July 9th, 2026. Beginning in Africa, active weather patterns continue across West and Central Africa, where widespread thunderstorms and moderate to heavy rainfall are expected throughout the day. These conditions may reduce visibility and create localized flooding in low-lying areas. North Africa remains under intense sunshine with hot and dry conditions, while East Africa experiences scattered afternoon showers and isolated thunderstorms over elevated regions. Across Europe, Southern Europe continues to enjoy warm and sunny summer conditions. Central Europe remains partly cloudy with isolated afternoon thunderstorms, while Northern Europe experiences cooler temperatures accompanied by light rain and brisk winds. Turning to Asia, the southwest monsoon remains dominant across South and Southeast Asia, bringing frequent thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, and humid conditions. East Asia remains cloudy with occasional rain, while Western Asia and the Middle East continue under very hot and dry weather. In North America, warm temperatures continue across much of the continent. Afternoon thunderstorms are likely over central and eastern regions, while western areas remain mostly sunny and dry. Across South America, tropical rainfall remains widespread across the Amazon basin and neighboring countries, while southern regions experience cool and relatively stable weather. Australia and Oceania continue to experience typical winter conditions, with isolated showers expected along southern coastal areas and generally dry conditions elsewhere. Now let's take a closer look at Nigeria. Rainfall and thunderstorms are expected across the southwest, southeast, south-south, and north-central regions throughout the afternoon and evening. The northwest will remain partly cloudy, with isolated thunderstorms developing later in the day, while the northeast remains warm with only a slight chance of rain. That concludes today's ACNN Global Weather Forecast. Stay weather aware, stay informed, and have a wonderful Thursday.
Our Bible reading for today na from Psalm 32. This na the letter wey King David write to the Israelites. Verse 1. The person wey God forgive in wicked ways and sin, make he happy. Yes, make those wey God don forgive their sin happy well well. Those wey dey live better life now. When I no gree confess my sins, my body con dey die, and I con dey cry with pain, both day and night. God just dey punish me. My strength die, go like water wey dry because of heat. So, I confess all my sins, can't stop to hide all the bad things wey I dey do. I tell myself say I go confess my sins to God and he really forgive me. So make everybody wey dey fear God pray to am as time still dey, so that dem no go suffer for judgment day. Na God be the place where I dey hide put, and him dey protect me from trouble. God surround me with song and happiness from those wey he deliver. God say, I go guide and take you past the best road for life. I go advise and watch over you. So make you no be like horse or animal wey no get sense and wey na cane dey control am. Plenty trouble dey come meet wicked people, but the love wey no dey fail dey cover those wey trust God. So those of una wey get pure heart and the righteous make una happy well well.